If you're in the 1800s, you probably know some good principles and theoretical things, but you don't know how to use them and combine them to overwhelm your opponents. I'll sacrifice a piece to activate my other pieces and show you how to use activities, sacrifices, pawn structures, attacking IDs, and combine all of these IDs to crush my opponents so that you can do the same thing to your opponents. In the previous video, you saw how I did a quite dubious attack and I experimented with a different style of playing. I was experimenting with defending everything my opponent wants until he's just in the very annoying position of not having plans anymore. And I did a very dubious attack. It didn't really work, but the defensive lines were hard to find. So if you want to see how I made a totally winning attack, you should watch that video. It was a very good video and very instructive. My opponent is playing a weird opening. I'll just play it as a semi-Slav, but maybe I can just play it as a Slav, actually. If I go here like that, you get this. What if I... Then my bishop can't come out. If I... if I try this and you take, this is very nice. So I think I can just put out my bishop first. You probably have to go for this, indeed. And now, after this move, we are in a weird London. Oh, you block in your own bishop. Oh, that looks so dumb. That looks horrible. Let's develop our knight to control this so that you cannot put a knight there. Yeah, we're basically in a collie system now. I mean, whatever. So I should think about, can I go for a attack like this? Because against this structure, always pushing the h-pawn will be a way of attacking, but after the knight moves, I don't know why we're attacking like that. Do I want this so that if takes, you go here? I don't see how we attack there, so maybe I want to move like this. Your knight will probably get in here. Do I have a knight trap? Yes, I do. So you are forced to block with your bishop, after which we will be able to trade, or you just have to go back, which will improve. Wow. Oh no, I didn't even see this. That looks dumb. I can go here. If you chase me, this will be very weak. There's no way this is good. There's no way. I think, by the way, if you chase me, I can sack my knight, and if I take yours, you will take my, but this should be a threat. Right? Is there? I don't see... Oh, bishop takes is the point, and then... Oh, okay, okay. This is a very cool mating trap. So this is a difficult calculation. So after this, knight takes. If you take back, queen takes. You can take with the bishop. And the point is that this, like taking with the queen, looks good, but you shouldn't do this. You should take with the bishop. Because the queen still stops the king. He has to run away. You put your bishop on g3, stopping him from leaving f2, and then he has to go. So now let's calculate everything true. I sack my knight. I have a threat. So after this, you have to take. I can take your knight. And I can I have the threat to take on g4, so you have to take my bishop. I can take this with a check. You cannot run, so you have to go. I can check. Yeah, I think that works. I think that works. I think I should have calculated a bit longer though. I don't know why why did I not pause there? I don't know. My hand is moving faster than my brain. So I have the threat to check. You have to move. I go back with a check. You run and I checkmate you. And a lot of lower rated players would play check, he runs, check, he runs. And now you don't really have anything, like especially if he took here. So this is where you separate yourself as a Lunky Chess subscriber and you know this tactic. So now we should think about, can we sack again, but queen can take. So first of all, I'm up material. Second of all, maybe I'm winning still with tactics. So if I go here, for example, you can take my bishop, and after check here, check, run. I don't have anything. Oh, I have your bishop. I have your bishop. Is that worth it? I go here. Let's say you take. Check, one move. Check. You can also go here. Is that fine? That looks stupid. But I mean, it's not stupid if it works. Yeah, so I don't think that is good for me. Yeah, I think I have to save my bishop. And I mean, now I am up a pawn. That's it. But his king is very weak, and maybe I could even consider to play h5, queenside castle. h5 has the threat of take, so you cannot take with the pawn because I still have check, run, check, mate. So if h5 you take, I get takes with an attack on your queen, which has to move into a queen trade. But maybe I don't even want to trade queens. I'm not sure that I want to trade queens. By the way, knight here might be a threat, because I'm threatening to take. But you always have queen takes. Queen takes is a problem. So h5 takes here. Maybe move back. That might be a bad move. If, oh no, I never have this. That's annoying. I can go here. Is this threatening to trap my queen? That's disgusting. So if I go here, you have this. Is my queen trapped there as well? Wow, that's disgusting. No, I do have this. But I mean, do I want to go for those complications? Probably not. So I think I just move my queen all the way back, maybe lining it up like this so I can maybe threaten some check in the future. And I still have this idea, so that takes I can take with the rook. Potentially. If I move my queen here, I'm lining this up and blockading my own knight, so that should be bad. I cannot sack my queen, right? Like here, take. You have to move, I can take. Move the bishop, check, go here. No. If I go here, this is annoying. And I will probably have to move my bishop back so that after this I have an escape square. So I don't want to do that. Probably move my queen over here so that I can develop, play this. Queenside castle probably. And if I can break open the center, my queen can still join the attack rather quickly. I might be threatening something with like takes, so I can take, and get my queen here again. And pinning this results in me being able to pick that up, so I can check you. You have to run, come back with a check. That looks very slow. That looks very, very slow. Um, So the point of bishop here would be to take, get my queen back. You have to defend the pawn. But I can get in with a check after. So here, let's say you do something stupid. I have takes, queen in, defend it. So I don't have a check. Then I have this maybe. What if I start with this? After takes and takes, I'm threatening the same thing. Except I have more checks and an open rook. Or I develop first so I can do this. Takes. I mean, is my knight valuable there? Or should it defend my king? Probably defend my king. So I'm leaning towards h5 because I don't think I need my knight in the attack. Although it would be valuable, I don't think I actually need it. So I think this is the time where I have to strike fast. I didn't consider this at all, but it shouldn't be a good move. One bad thing to allow would be playing here, and now he gets this structure, and that's quite solid. I have to push this pawn first, dislocating these two, and now I can attack his knight. And after I get this here, and you can attack my pawn, but it should be too slow. Yeah, you're just not fast enough. I can take. And now I'm breaking through, I think. And my rook, maybe rook lifts via h6. That's something to consider. And maybe this is a move. And after takes and takes, this will become weak. But probably takes. If you take back, this will be weak. Take, queen takes, queen takes, queen takes, check, I move here. Am I safe? Am I threatening something? I'm not really threatening anything. If knight takes, I have takes. And then I can take with a check, which is way more of a... I think I should queenside castle here. If I queenside castle, you cannot do anything. If you take, I will take. Now this is hanging, that's hanging, this is attacked. And... like, what do you do? If I queenside castle and you break open everything, now I can take, and my king is not here. I don't care if you take this. I believe. I'll be able to get my bishop in, maybe? I don't know, I should be winning. Yeah, I think this is nice. You cannot do anything, I believe. If you take my h-pawn, first of all, you're opening up the h-file, which should be horrendous. Second of all, it loses tactically. Because I can take the knight, or I can now take this. So if you take like that, I can take... that's pinned, this is attacked, my pieces are way too active. It's impossible to survive, I believe. Maybe after takes and takes, you can ask a queen trade. No, that hangs this pawn with a check. Ah, bishop here. It's interesting for sure. It is interesting for sure. I don't know, but I have plenty of time and my opponent has plenty of options to mess up. So I should be fine. There's no queen sacrifice. So take, 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 take. Rook here. Take, 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 take is checkmate. So if takes, you have to take, so that if I take, the only complication you have is queen f3. Oh, I miscalculated. Can't really maybe I can prepare something. Like, this is a nothing move. You're not preparing anything. Maybe this, but I don't care. So maybe I can just calmly defend the pawn and threaten the exact same thing. Except now you don't even get these complications. And I don't see how you improve. Like, I still have takes, and either way you take, I have this. If you do this, like, yeah, but that's too slow. That's way too slow. Now I can hit, and this is defense. That's the fact. You are way too slow. You have to take this back. I'll take, and I will find a way through. Now I'm up 2 pawns. Your king is unsafe. My rook can just lift. Maybe this is valuable. I'm not sure. Maybe this becomes valuable. Maybe this is valuable. But you're way too slow. You don't have anything. Your king is way too weak. And I can go for here, there, but then you have takes maybe. I have a feeling that should be losing. Maybe I'm tripping. So what is even your threat? Going here, I can just take your bishop. Your bishop isn't even defended. I can also stop your horrible idea if I really want, but I think just rook lift rook lifting isn't actually that valuable, is it? Maybe putting my queen in here, and you probably have to take. Do I take with the pawn? Maybe. Then bring my knight. If I bring my knight, like, did you really want to play this? I mean, rook lifting looks nice, but everything is quite well defended, actually, so... check doesn't do anything. Putting my queen here after takes, let's say bishop takes. I can still rook lift, and I'm up 2 pawns, but... I don't know. How do I get I mean, let's just develop a piece and we'll see, right? You didn't pose a threat, and putting a piece here has to be very annoying, so... Oh, maybe I gave you something. After here takes, you fork me. Oh, I shouldn't have allowed that. I should not have allowed that. That looks dumb though. Check here. Take. Check here. Queen check, take. Check here. Check here. Maybe rook lift now. Check here, take, rook lift. Defend. I'm not sure. I have a feeling that there's something here. Check here. That's a fork. Oh yeah. Okay, let's... And if you do this, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I should have calculated that, but I have check. You're forced to go here. Maybe that's slightly annoying. Maybe I just go for the queen trade. You go here, I queen trade. Take, and go here. And I just push my extra pawn up. If I take your dark squared bishop, I should be a bit concerned for a opposite color endgame, but yeah, so trading queen should favor me. You can still just run. Take. If I do this, you can just keep the blockade, and then I need this to take, and I need a lot of defense on this. Maybe I can sack a pawn even. Take. The pin on the e-pawn doesn't matter. I have 4 minutes. Let's just trade queens. Take with the bishop. So I can still take your other bishop. My knight is stronger than your bishop. Do I really want to take it? After takes, I can't. Wow. Take. You have to take. Then I can take. And I can start moving up. Let's trade queens. And something very valuable I learned is stop his pawn breaks. I learned that from Centurion Chess, by the way. Shout out to Centurion Chess. He's always looking to stop pawn breaks. And I have this. You're forced to take. Your rook is attacked and I'm completely storming you. This is well defended. If you take, I can take with the rook. If you take, I can still take with the rook. You'll be able to make a light square blockade, but that shouldn't be enough. I mean, against 2 pawns, shouldn't be enough. I'm not allowing all too much. It is an opposite color bishop endgame. Maybe I did mess up. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for this at all. But this should be winning, right? I can bring my king and all of your pawns are placed on dark squares, so your king has to defend. Yeah, maybe I should have taken with the bishop. Oh, damn. If I go for this, you have to move back. Is this not too late? I think that's a mistake. I think that's a mistake. You can still take. Yeah, but now I get this and you're... I don't know why I'm not thinking though, but yeah, now like you're screwed. You can give up your bishop for 2 pawns, so now I'm up a clean bishop. And now let's show you how to win this. So I should just make sure that this doesn't work, but it doesn't because I can't get in here. Now he made that a little bit less strong. He did make a blockade with his king, which is quite annoying. Okay, I should think. I'm not good at endgames. Like, take, take. Take, take. Improve, but then check. Take, take, and this is... Oh, yeah, I can take and you cannot defend this. Yeah, and I should block you. Oh, why am I playing this fast? Stop. I am messing this up, I think. Why am I playing this fast again? Like, stop playing fast. Stop. I'm just autopiloting moves and it's horrible. My idea was to go like this, and you cannot stop me from infiltrating, but you can. But now I'm infiltrating with my king. Yeah, I don't think you can allow my king in. I don't know why I'm playing this fast again. You have to allow my king in, I think. Wow. Takes, 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 takes. And I can defend. Takes, takes. Push? Potentially. Takes, takes, push. Blockade. Looks like a draw. So if I push, take, take, and I can blockade you and bring my king. I should think about this. Probably there is a order where it's a draw. If I do this, you go here, I can stop your pawn, blockade everything. You don't have a pawn break. You can defend though. But then I can bring my king to make this pawn break, take, take, and I have a passed pawn. So I think push maybe, take, go here, push, and that is losing. So I should push, take, take, and now you cannot push on a dark square. I'm blockading you. And I can just bring my king like this. And you have to defend against my king. But maybe you can. I think I have to push, but takes, 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 takes. Here, run like this, run. I can blockade you. It's a 2-on-1 with an extra bishop. But your king should be faster. If I do this, takes, run. But you're stopping my only pawn break there, so I think I have to take, take. If I push in here, you can do this, that. Push, and how do I stop you? If I run, take, take. This should be losing. So I think bring my king. Take should be winning for me, but you are stopping my pawn break though. I think I should bring my king. I don't know, I have a feeling that I'm messing this up, to be fair. I cannot bring his king to a6 swung, probably. Wow, that's close. I have to attack the pawn so that if you push, I go here, and now you can just push one of your pawns, and this will be very difficult. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, that's wrong. You played too fast. You cannot defend that pawn. He messed up. He messed up. And anytime you push, I can blockade you. Oh, that's a blunder. That's a blunder. I don't know why my opponent is playing this fast, but that was a blunder for sure. Yeah, so I can take. You have to do this now. I can still, by the way, blockade you. And you still cannot defend that pawn. Yeah, okay, now I'm easily winning. Yeah, okay, wow. How did I mess up the endgame like that? I mean, playing too fast for sure. I had 2 minutes, so I should have used them better. So I obviously didn't play this. I played the other side, and I just went for a normal semi-Slav. This is fine. Allowing instantly pushing h. Okay, fair enough. Develop the bishop to not the best square, but whatever. That's the best move, and this is bad. Yeah, so I can go back, pushing this, and the sacrifice works. Okay. So takes, takes, queen takes. You push the pawn, I save the bishop. Knight goes there, this is the best move. So that whole sequence was the best move. That's crazy. Push a pawn, castling is better. Castling king side. I just wanted to attack, to be fair, but this is still fine. Pushing the pawn is one of the better moves. And now I can trap your rook. This is disgusting. Okay, I didn't see this rook trap at all. Okay, fair enough. So I had a rook trap, I missed it. So that was a blunder, but I tried to make things complicated. And this goes back to probably like 5 videos ago. I had a game like this one, and there was a knight here which defended all of the key squares. And I found a good move with the bishop attacking it, and I made the analogy of a boxer predicting his opponent's move. And if you jab, you put a lot of weight on the front leg. So if you know a jab is coming, you can just kick the front leg, and all of his weight is on that leg, so he will be destabilized. So this knight is a defensive resource, so I put pressure on his front leg with a lot of weight on it. So that's why I did this. Now I have to find the pawn break, but I do one of the better moves. He tries to defend. I still have to make a pawn break. Yeah, this looks very valid. If you take, you're dead. Like, this is not okay. You have to trade pieces, takes, king takes, rook comes in with a check. You have to go back. I just break open everything. After takes, knight takes, rook has to step in. I can threaten this. You have to defend it. And this is lights out. Take, take, and you're not able to defend this. You have to sag the pawn, take with the queen. So you can trade queens, and I don't even take. And after you take, run, I can take, and I'm up another piece and a pawn, and this pawn is falling. Yeah, like this is lights out. I didn't see... I did see, but I didn't consider the pawn breaks enough. I thought that the pawns were still a defensive resource, but they really aren't. But this is still valuable. This is still nice. So I did the whole calculation. I saw, first of all, that after takes and takes, this was annoying. But I don't see a way you can improve your position. So I just defend your only idea and your only complication, and you cannot do anything. You cannot improve your position. You have to break open the queen side, but I just don't care. I can take, take, now I can take, take, and your queen cannot take, so this is not like, it's horrible for you. You try to launch an attack, but I don't care, and takes, takes is quite bad, but after takes, bishop there, develop the knight, bring the king, it's completely over. Check, move. And the queen trade is not the right idea. I should go for this. You have to move. You have to move into a fork. What if you run? Oh, this is also an idea. And if you go like this, I still have the fork. Oh, your queen is almost trapped is the point. Like, you cannot go anywhere. You go here? Takes with a check and I fork you. Wow. Disgusting. I didn't see that. Your queen is practically trapped. Yeah, so basically, I had a lot of pressure, and I always tell all of my students, including my learnchess subscriber, as you are. By the way, if you made it still here, you probably got some value and entertainment. So subscribe if you aren't already. Like, comment, and share. If you know some other people that would think this is valuable. So I always tell all of my students, including you now, that if you have pressure, you can trade your pressure in for something tangible. So I'm up 2 pawns, or points, I mean, same thing. So what am I trading my pressure for? I did trade it, but I traded it for less complications. So after this, I have a simplified game, and I traded all of my pressure, but for a simplified game. Instead of that, you can trade your pressure for something tangible now, something very easy to see, like a very not complicated game, or you can put more pressure so that in a couple of moves you can trade it for even more. So now I can just simplify the game forcefully, or I just put more pressure. And what are you going to do? Your best move is to absolutely do nothing. This looks like you're self-mating, but after check you just survive, and I have more pressure, take, let's say takes, now I have take, take, and I have a passed pawn, so I traded more pressure, I put more pressure, and now I traded it for a passed pawn, which you have to barricade. I can instantly remove your barricade, now I can push it, you have to retreat. I can do this, and now the barricade is the only thing you have, and if I get a knight here via this, for example, you are dead. So probably knight here, bishop here are my plans. You have to make a pawn break. I can do this after takes, and I would take like this, to be fair. You have to trade. I will put this in here, and the engine wants to take, take, take. queen, take, take, and I am up the exchange and a pawn. I would play this very... I would play this any time of the day. So the other move is to do this, and now after takes and takes, I'm up 2 points of material. So I have to activate my king. King can come in here. I still have to activate my king. Now you can take, take, take if you want. And I have to just pray that my king activity is enough. But in this situation, it's quite difficult to argue that my king activity is enough. But I can do this after takes and takes. You have to defend. I can come in. You have to defend. And I have an extra pawn. And this one passed pawn will make the difference. I can just push it, keep pushing it, and now you have to defend. I can take, you have to barricade it, I can take, and I now traded my one passed pawn in for 2 of your pawns, and a lot of king activity. The best thing I can do is blockade your king, and this is already lost because I can just push and there is no way you can stop me. I can do this, you have to stop, go here, try to barricade, but I already made a red carpet, so I will queen. This is a very clean way to win only 1 pawn up. To make it a passed pawn, push the king as far as possible and make your passed pawn a threat. So that would be one nice conclusion to the game. I didn't see the extra pressure variation. I traded everything to simplify. Take, 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 take. And I push for a passed pawn, which is correct. After takes and takes, takes and takes, he should have taken. I attack the bishop, you can go. I push the pawn, which is fine. And after takes and takes, that's the best move. This is the best move. Take, take, take. And now I'm up a pawn, a bishop. And now I have to activate my king. And I think this is where I went a bit wrong. So takes, takes is fine. I have to activate. Yeah, this is a bad move. I stunned this because I thought I could infiltrate, but I can't because this is still a blockade. And I have to get my king in here, for example, but I was scared of this. And now how do I activate my king? Because this is vacated. This is taken by your pawn, but now I have this pawn break actually, and I will be able to get in now. So yeah, this was a bad move in my opinion, and he pushed. I brought my king, which is not the best. Now I had to make a pawn break, but I was scared. Now he had complications. Bring my king was fine. Push, only move. Apparently I can do this as well. So if you push, I can blockade it like this, fair enough. But push, blockade, and yeah, this was the wrong move. I think if you do this, you might be fine. But it's difficult to argue because you are taking up a lot of key squares. So how do I infiltrate with my king still? If I do this, you can shuffle, and how do I break through? Oh, I just push like this and you have to go back and give this pawn up. Okay, that's nice, yeah. Fair enough, and I can always do this, and if you do this, I can come here, and now I have a bishop which can shuffle, so I'm never in zugzwang. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So I was still winning here. I didn't mess up at any time. This is fine. Push, defend. And he just defended wrongly. Yeah, the best move is to do this, but I can just come in. You still cannot defend this, and now if you push, this doesn't matter at all, and now I'm up a lot of pawns. I can just push my passed pawn, break open, and you cannot stop my storm. But I'm still thinking, like, how can I convert this more cleanly? Because I'm pretty sure there were ways to mess up. Um, Bush is fine. Bush is also fine. Takes and takes is fine. Breaking this, I'm losing. Yeah, so I mean, there are kind of ways to mess up, but you do have to have a lot of brain damage. So yeah, probably everything was fine here. But I was very scared of some potential barricades. But I guess everything is fine. You can just defend, push, blockade. And can you not make a barricade? Here, and I can always shuffle. Yeah, and here you are in Suxwang. I'm winning this and I'm breaking through, always. Okay, so fair enough. Apparently there is no way to actually lose this because you can always bring his king in a Suxwang, and I thought really he could make a barricade somehow. Hmm. Takes. Blockade, push, go here. Yeah, and you're already in Suxfang again. And is there no way to make this a draw? What? Even this is winning. Oh yeah, of course, I can always come here. Okay, fair enough. So there's no way to make a barricade here. Go here, go like this, and I mean I can always bring you in the Suxfang, fair enough. You can disallow my king. I can just shuffle around until you have to let me in. And in this position, yeah, you cannot defend your pawn, and I'm winning the pawn, and you cannot stop me. Fair enough, there's no way to mess up. I thought maybe a 2-on-1, even with an extra bishop, could be a draw, but it's never a draw if your bishop is the color of the corner. I forgot that. And even if it wasn't, you cannot win my pawns cleanly because you have to take it here. I can take it here and I can always push. Yeah, I was scared of ghosts. There was nothing there. So if you learned, subscribe and like if you haven't already. And other than that, I will see you in the next one.